All right, now we know how to insert data from the list of dictionaries like this, right? But what if we have the large dataset in a CSV format? We should be able to import the large dataset as well, right? So that's what we are going to build in this video. So in this video, let's create a new command. We will call it as import data. All right. So first of all, I'm going to create a new file and I'll name it as import data. Import data.py. All right. Now, first of all, let's make this, set up the command. First thing, I'll import this base command. Okay. So if you want to write it down, you can go ahead and write again. Okay. I'm actually going to use this student table again. Okay. So if needed, we will create a new model as well. All right. So for now, let's use the student table. And then of course, I'll write the proposed command here. So proposed command is Python manage. Okay. All right. I think it got deleted. Yeah. So Python manage.py import data. Okay. And then with this import data, we also need to provide the file name or the CSV file, right? So that's why we also need to provide the file path for the CSV file. All right. So this will be our command. All right. Now let's create a class, which is class command. And then we'll say help. Help is equal to what this command is going to do. This will actually import data from CSV file. Okay, import data from CSV file. And then we'll create a handle function. Handle will actually take these three parameters, self, args, and keyword args. We copy that and paste it here. All right. After that, let's print the output. Okay, copy this and print this output. All right. So at this point, our command is set up. And if you want to run that, Python manage.py import data. And you know what? I should not enter this file name right now, okay? Because I'm not taking any arguments here. So, this function add arguments. We're not using this add arguments yet. Of course, we are going to add the arguments in this import data as well. But I just want to see if this is working or not. Okay, so let me run Python manage.py import data. And my command is working. Now, in order to get this file path working, or in order to accept the file path with this command, we need to do something like this, right? We need to take the function add arguments, right? Okay, I'm not going to copy this. I'm going to write this manually. This is add arguments. Okay, add arguments. And this will actually take self and parser. What this parser will do is it will allow us to take the file path or the arguments with the command. Okay, so that's why we'll have to say self comma parser. Okay, 1 or 2 times we write things manually. After that we will keep copy and pasting the code. Okay. So then parser dot add argument, parser dot add argument. Okay, and also you can add any number of arguments, right? So currently we are only adding one argument because we only want to take the file path. Okay, so if you want to take something else, then you should actually add another add argument. Okay, like this. All right, so I will show that to you in the future lectures, but for now we only have one file path. We'll take that file path. Where is it? Yeah, after that name, this is not the name now, so this will be the file path. Okay, so add argument will actually take file path, and then once we accept this file path, then we want to also take the type. Okay, type is actually str. We can consider it as a string. All right, and then the help, right? So help is equal to what can be the help message? Path to the path to the CSV file. Okay, path to the CSV file. All right. Now we accept the file path. Then what we'll do is all the logic will go here, right? Logic goes here. Okay. First thing, we will take file path from this keyword arguments. All right. Let's say file path. File path is equal to what? KW args. Okay, KW args, which is path name is this file path, right? Now let's print the file path now. Let's print the file path now. And where is the file? Well, I have this file in my computer. I'm going to attach this file in this video. You can download it from the resource section. Okay, so what is inside this file? It is just a very simple student data. It has like 50 data. Okay, if you want more data, you can actually go to Kaggle dataset, Kaggle datasets. All right, so kaggle.com and /dataset. You will get a lot of dataset here. You will get all kinds of dataset for free. All right, so if you want COVID cases dataset, diabetes dataset, you just click on here and download this dataset from here. Okay, so yeah, that is there. But for the simplicity, I am going to just use my simple dataset, which is the student data. It only has the 50 data. All right. In the future, of course, we are going to try a bigger data. All right. So now we have the data, and I want you guys to download this. And when you download this, copy the path of the file. If you're using Mac, simply press Option and right click, copy student.csv as path name. Okay. So this way you'll get the path name. And if you're using Windows, I'm sure you know how to get the path name. All right. So what you'll do is Python manage.py. Command name is this import data, and then this path. Okay, Python manage.py, import data, and this path. All right, and this function, handle function, is just printing the path name. Okay, so we are just making sure we are getting the correct output or not. You see, we are able to print the file path. All right, next we'll move forward. So once we get this file path, then what we need to do is, we need to read this file, right? So in order to read the file, we need to open the file, correct? So we will open this file with the statement. Okay, with open, it will take file path, comma, we will open this file with the read mode. Okay, so if you say read mode, it just means that we are going to open the file with the read only mode. Okay, so if you write W, it will be write mode. Okay, so we just need to read the file, so we will use read mode and as file. Okay, so you might be asking, why am I using with statement? What is this with statement, right? So when you work with files or network connections or database connections, you always need to open the files or establish the connections. When the connection is established or the file is opened, you also need to make sure whether the file is being closed properly or not. It is same with the network connections or database connection as well. If you establish the connection, you must make sure the connection is properly being closed or not. So in our case, we are not working with connections. We are working with the opening the files, right? If you don't close the files properly, you will end up getting the errors, or you will face some kind of resource leaks and all that. And this could also lead to a lot of other problems as well. Okay, so when you use this with statement to open the file, it will automatically closes the file the moment your code exits the block. Okay, even if it encounters any errors in the file, it just makes sure that the file is closed before it throws you an error. Okay, so this is one of the outstanding behavior of with statement, and it also prevent the resource leaks and ensures the files are being properly closed even if something unexpected happens. Okay, so that is the major reason why we should use with to open the files, or why we should use with to establish the connections. All right, So next we will go ahead and read the file. Here in this line, we just opened the file. Okay. Now we want to read the file, right? So we have something called dict reader. All right. So let me say reader is equal to CSV dot dict reader. Because we are using CSV, we need to import the CSV module. Okay, just say import CSV. Okay. Next, we are using this reader is equal to CSV dot dict reader. Okay. So this dict reader is a Python function that reads a CSV file and returns an iterator that generates dictionaries for each row in the CSV file. For example, if you look at this insert data.py, so the data set is in the form of a list of dictionaries, right? So here you see a roll number, name, roll number is actually the key, and this is the value, key value pair, right? So this is the data set. And if you look at our CSV that we are accepting from here, from this import data command, the format is in the form of, like this. Okay. So of course, this one is actually missing a roll number, because in the models.py table is having the roll number field, but this one doesn't have. But in your case, when you download this file, you will definitely have the roll number field as well. Okay. So I will correct this file and upload it in the video. But anyhow, so this data is in the form of CSV, and this dict reader will actually convert this data, okay, into a list of dictionary form. All right. So that's why we use CSV dot dict reader. All right. And this dict reader is actually specifically designed to handle the CSV files. Okay. And it considers the first row, for example, it considers the first row as a column header. Okay. And other subsequent row contains the data values. All right. So the column header is nothing but the field name of your database table. Okay. So always make sure, this column header matches with the this database table fields. Okay. So otherwise you will get errors, or your data will be inserted into different or wrong field. Okay. So of course I'll correct this one. Okay. So don't worry about this. And next we are actually taking a reader is equal to CSV dot dict reader. And so dict reader is a function that takes file. Okay, that takes this file. All right. Now, if you want to print this and see what this dict reader has, you can simply say reader. Okay. So if you run this, and you can see, so this is actually the dict reader object. Okay. So it is returning this dict reader object. If you want to see what is inside this dict reader, so you can simply take a for loop. For a row in reader, for row in reader. Okay, reader is not a function, it is a variable, and you can simply print the row. Okay, you can simply print the row, and now you will see the data in this form. Okay, so what it has done, it just took the data like this, and it just converted the data into list of dictionary format. Okay. Now, next what we can do, we can actually create the data. How to create? Student dot objects dot create. Student dot objects dot create, and inside here we are going to pass each row. All right. But before that, I'll take a pause and I will correct this. Okay. First, I'll correct this because this column header is not matching with my model, right? So my model has a roll number, name, and age, but this data has student name, age only, right? I need to put the roll number as well. I'll take a pause and I'll come back once this data is ready. Okay. All right, my data is ready now. So it has a roll number, name, and age. All right. So always make sure your column header matches with your model's field name. All right. Okay. So next, what we need to do, we need to actually Okay, let me go back to this import data.py. So here student.objects.create. So inside here we need to pass the data, right? So if you look at this insert data.py, so what we are doing here, student.objects.create roll number equal to data. So you can do this, but so this is not the correct way, because what if you have a lot of columns? Okay, currently we only have 3 columns: roll number, name, and age. But what if we have like 20, 50 columns? So it is impossible for us to write everything here, right? So instead of that, we can simply use star star row. Okay, simply write star star row. Okay, you can call it as asterisk as well. So asterisk asterisk row. All right. So what this star star row will do is it will actually loop through each record and creates the new record in the database. Okay, so you don't have to specifically say a row of roll number like that. You don't have to say like this. Okay, so row of roll number. So this will be, this is not a good idea. So otherwise, simply say row. Okay, so it will automatically match everything and insert the data. All right, so now once the data is inserted, of course we are going to see the data inserted successfully, right? Let's run this command and see if that inserts the data or not. Before that, instead of saying data inserted, we'll say data imported from CSV successfully. Okay, all right, now let me hit enter. Okay, so you can see data imported from CSV successfully. And let's go to the admin panel and see if all the data has been inserted or not. Okay, I need to run the server. Python manage.py run server. All right, let's refresh. Okay, so yeah, you go to this students and you can see all the data has been inserted. Okay, so this way you can insert the data into the database using a CSV file. All right, so in the next video we will make this functionality a little bit more smarter. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video.